Well, good afternoon, YouTube. What's cracking? What's going good? All right, so let's talk a little bit about this damn election crap. This got to be the most retarded election that I've ever seen in my life. The media wants you to believe one thing, and as we all know, the media is not exactly reporting things the way they need to be reported to begin with because everything's one-sided. Oh my God, Donald Trump said pussy. Well, guess what? If you vote for Hillary Clinton, you're a pussy. You can't be a true American because of the fact that if we elect Hillary, we're all doomed. I mean, come on. Her running mate Tim Kaine to sit there and say, "Oh well, I trust the life of my Marine son in the hands of Hillary Clinton." Are you fucking serious, Tim Kaine? Or were you dropped on your fucking head? Are you that stupid? I mean, come on, you're a fucking governor, you're a fucking congressman, senator, whatever, and you already know what happened with Benghazi. So why the hell would you trust your son's life when we already know that Hillary let four people plus four military, four soldiers die because God forbid she approved sending any help to anybody to take care of the situation, to help them out, to get them out of there. And that's not even counting any civilian lives that were lost in the process. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to all these supposed, well, Trump groped me, or Trump touched me, or Donald Trump did this to me inappropriately. First off, you goofy ass bitches that are coming forward and saying that he did this stuff. I watched the videos, and you're obviously reading a script. I mean, you don't even look at the camera once. Not even once. You're constantly looking down, and it's scripted. I can read a piece of paper too. You want me to read a magazine article? I'll read it to you word for word. But your shit's scripted. We know Hillary Clinton and her campaign and the Democratic Party, they probably paid you a pretty penny to say Donald Trump spoke to me inappropriately, or Donald Trump this, or Donald Trump that. Listen, mainstream media, NBC, ABC, CNN, Clinton News Network, CNN. You're not persuading me to change my mind. Why? Because I'm an American. I have the right to pick and choose who I want to be my leader. I have a right to use my own free will and make my own judgment of who I want to elect and who I want to be the next commander in chief of this country. And Hillary, you're not it. Sorry. I break iPhones on accident. I don't smash them with hammers on purpose. So, I mean, come on. Let's be realistic. What are you hiding, Hillary? You afraid to go to jail? What are you? Are you afraid that there might be somebody in there you run into that you pissed off at some point in your life? Orange is the new black, honey, and I think orange will look good on you. We don't need black and white stripes. Just orange jumpsuit. No, you don't get to be a gardener or anything like that while you're in prison. You just get to go to prison because that's where you belong, is in prison. So take your little white pansy, lying, thieving, crooked ass and go and see where you belong. Start touring prisons now. Not the fancy golf course resort fucking prisons or anything like that. I mean, we all know Martha Stewart. When she went to prison, she got her own fancy, cozy little room and treated all hoity-toity. But you want to know what? You want to know the differences between Martha Stewart and Hillary Clinton. Martha did her time. She did a crime.
Yep.
She did a time.
She lied to the FBI.
Just like every other goddamn. Just like every other damn criminal that's gotten caught. You know, they threaten you with perjury. They threaten you with everything else. And eventually they get caught and they do their time. Hillary, you know you're guilty. So do what you gotta do. And take fault for your actions, you fucking retard. But hey, it is what it is. So hold on. All right, sorry about that. I know you're probably bored, right? Probably turn the damn channel off. But let's get back to what we were discussing. And get back on pace here. Dealing with the kiddos here. But anyways, back to Hillary Clinton. Your ass belongs in jail. You cost the lives of 4 soldiers, countless injuries, and you deleted 33,000 emails. 33,000. Now, mysteriously, 2 boxes worth of evidence from the FBI have come up missing. And there's no proof of where this stuff went. So once again, Hillary's greasing palms and trying to keep herself out of mainstream media, which, I mean, the mainstream media is crooked. I mean, everything you see is Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. But how about we cover some of the shit that Hillary's done? How about we dig up some of Hillary's dirt? 30 years she's been in government, one way, shape, or form, and done nothing. People bitch about Donald Trump's taxes. Well, in reality, okay, so we all pay taxes in all throughout the year. We get taxed by our state. We get taxed by our local government. We get taxed by our schools. We get taxed by the federal government. But what most are failing to realize is when you do your tax return at the end of the year, what do? You take advantage of the child tax credits. You take advantage of earned income credits. You take advantage of any loophole that you can find. You write stuff off. Did you move this week? This year? Yeah, I did. Did you buy a new car? There's loopholes all throughout the tax system. So when Donald Trump says that he's smart by taking advantage of loopholes, that doesn't make him a bad person. It doesn't make him a bad businessman. It doesn't make him a bad anything. It doesn't make him definitely doesn't make him guilty of evading paying taxes or anything like that. What it makes him is smart. Why? Because there's loopholes. There's loopholes for big business. There's loopholes for small business. There's loopholes for us as individuals. And if taking advantage of loopholes, whether it be deductions, any kind of write-offs, whatever the case may be, it is what it is, folks. Come on. We all do it. Anybody that uses the loopholes in the tax system are no different than somebody applying for food stamps, somebody applying for medical cards, somebody applying anything to do with the welfare system. The more kids you have, the more money you make. The more food stamps you get. The bigger the family, the more money you get. The more food stamps you get. It's common sense. It's math. They take it. If you got a family of 5, you get X amount. You can make X amount of dollars as an income from a job, which, I don't have an issue with people that use supplemental income to balance lack of a paycheck. What I do have a problem with is motherfuckers that sit at home, and while I'm out busting my ass, while other people I know are out busting their ass, getting taxes taken out of them every week, anywhere from $20 to $30 a week to hundreds of dollars a week, and Well, obviously that changes. The rate increases. The more you make, the more they take. It's common knowledge. You know, motherfuckers be out there. Well, I'm gonna work overtime. I'm gonna have 60 hours this week because I work 20 hours overtime. You know, good for you. Good for you. Because you want to know what? As much as it may seem like making that extra 20 hours of overtime at time and a half or double time, whatever the case may be, guess what? You're just paying more taxes on that overtime. So are you really making any money by working extra hours? No. Are you making anything by working at all? Yeah, you're making some money. But for everything you make, again, the more you make, the more they take. Obamacare is garbage. I'm a disabled veteran. So, you know, between Obamacare, the VA Choice Program, which is garbage, by the way, you know, you're what are you really gaining? Nothing. When's the last time anybody that's watching this video? When's the last time you went and tried to get health insurance through Obamacare? You know, you have rates of like $400 and some dollars, $800 a month, and the bigger the family you have, the bigger the bill. I mean, come on. It's supposed to be affordable health care, and it's no more affordable than having money taken out of your paycheck every week to cover insurance offered through your job. And that's if your job doesn't take advantage of a loophole and say, well, we're only going to give you 30 to 32 hours because anything less than 30, I think it's anything over 32 or something like that. And I'm not going to say that I'm absolutely correct on this on the numbers, but anything over 30 some hours, that your job has to provide you with health insurance. But here's the catch. If you work for me and I only give you 30 hours, guess what? You're on your fucking own. You have to provide your own goddamn insurance. I don't have to provide you nothing. And then at the end of the year, when you do your taxes and you say, well, I didn't have health insurance, guess what else happens? Now you get a fine. You get a fine because you didn't have you didn't have health insurance. So it's a double-edged sword of you can pay thousands of dollars a year to have health insurance, or you pay thousands of dollars of a fine to the IRS because you didn't have health insurance because your job found a loophole and took advantage of it and said, hey, we're only going to give you 30 some hours because, well, we don't want to provide you health insurance. And the worst part is, most of these jobs that are doing that same exact thing, all they're doing, you got it, all they're doing is saving themselves some money. Why? Well, smart business practice. Because they don't get the fine for you even though you're working, they don't get the fine for you not having health insurance. The only thing they have to do is prove why they didn't give you health insurance. So in all reality, who's the real loser in the end? The American worker is the fucking loser in the end. Why? Because they're carrying the foot bill for people for the welfare system, the Social Security system, and for what? So they can be punished because they're making minimum wage, working in a convenience store, and their bosses are too cheap to and not concerned enough to that and with it and not thinking of the fact that, well, if I provide health insurance, then maybe my worker won't miss so many days of work because they're sick or whatever the case may be. I mean, that's just it. If you provide means for your workers to stay healthy, then you're not going to miss days because your employee's out with the flu, or they got herpesiphiline and gonorrhea. No, that's probably not a real disease, but then again, it could be. And that's just it, folks. I mean, come on. Obamacare is a joke. Affordable health care is a joke because it's not affordable. It's not affordable to the middle class. It's not affordable for the lower class. And unless you're motherfucking Bill Gates, still can't afford health insurance. Why? Because they want too much goddamn money. It's that simple. And until changes are made, none of that stuff's gonna happen. And we all know it. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. There is no changing the way. There is no change of the outcome of how health insurance pans out. There's no nice way to put it. That's just what it is. Don't mind me. I'm trying to get it so if anybody wants to chat, it's there. So, but that's where this country's going to. I mean, let's be real. We've seen it on Fox. We've seen it on NBC. We've seen it on numerous mainstream media outlets. Of warning of nuclear war if Donald Trump isn't elected. And it has nothing to do with Donald Trump paying the Russians for anything. The fact of the matter is, Hillary is the one that's digging the damn hole with Russia, because every time you turn around, and she did it not only in the first debate, but she did it in the second debate where she's blaming Russia for everything. Blaming Russia for hacking the emails, come on. You're only going to take blame for so long. Sooner or later, you're just going to piss people off by continuously blaming them for doing things that you have no real proof that they're doing. There's no proof that the Russians hacked anything. And I'm sure that's going to be the next big thing that comes out about Donald. Oh, well, as a matter of fact, I think I've seen something already about it. Well, there's been ties to Donald Trump and the Russian government, blah, 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 blah. Where's the proof? Hell, we don't even need evidence. We don't even need proof for Hillary to prove the things that she's done wrong, and it makes her not the best candidate to be the president of this country. Like I said, going back again, just like Mr. Trump continuously brings out, which 33,000 emails. Well, I didn't know they were classified. Well, then maybe you shouldn't be in office. If you don't understand that C means classified on a document, or whether it be classified, confidential, it doesn't matter. You can't be trusted, Hillary, with America's secrets. And I'm sure that there's somebody out there for Hillary Clinton that's probably monitored. I'm surprised my feed hasn't been chopped off yet, because I know Prissy Holly, every time she tried to go on Facebook and broadcast and say anything negative about Hillary Clinton, her feed kept getting cut. Why? Because, well, quite frankly, Mark Zuckerman or Bert Zuckerberg, whatever the fuck your name is, it just goes to show that you're just as crooked as she is. So, why do you think right now I'm not live feeding on Facebook? Because I know what's going to happen. A live feed on Facebook is going to get cut off. Now, I can go on there and I can sing karaoke. I can go do whatever the hell else I want, but as long as I don't talk politics and I don't talk shit on Hillary Clinton. As a veteran, if if my country called upon me to go back into service, even though I've been I've been out of the military since 2012. I'll tell you what, if I had a choice between going back to war again under Hillary Clinton or going under Donald Trump, I'd much rather have Donald Trump be the man in charge. One, because at least maybe, I'm not going to say at least I know, but I'll say maybe. At least under Mr. Trump, I won't just be some statistic, and I won't just be a replaceable person, an asset that's replaceable. With Hillary Clinton, she doesn't care about your sons, your daughters, your fathers, your mothers. She doesn't care about any of that. Grandparents that are in the service, still serving today. She doesn't care about you. You're just a number. You're replaceable. If you get shot, you get killed, whatever. She doesn't care. All Hillary cares about is Hillary. You know, and it is what it is, folks. All I know is Trump 2016 is coming from this side. And that's from a deplorable in Pennsylvania. And I come from rural America, not the big city, but, you know, and that's just it. I mean, I'm your average white-collar motherfucker. Am I doing YouTube because I can pay for it? Yes. Why? Because I work. Why? Because I have every right to express my opinion with free speech. So if I want to say fuck Hillary, go Donald, that's my prerogative. I can do that. Why? Because I'm allowed. Just like everyone else in this country has every right to say whatever they want and have whatever free-minded opinion they want, whether it be the freedom to choose a religion, the freedom to choose speech, you know. And it's not and it's not about Americans aren't concerned about the fact that people practice Islam or that they're Muslim, of Muslim religion. This country's founded on freedom. Part of that is freedom of religion. So yes, can you be a Muslim or practice that religion in America? Absolutely. Where the problem lies is when radical Islam declares war on Americans or any other religion for all that matters. I mean, whether it be Catholics, Christians, you know, Buddhists, it doesn't matter. We all have our right to practice whatever religion we want to in this country. What we're trying to avoid is allowing radical Islamists into the country. Extreme vetting. You're damn right we need some extreme vetting. Why? Because speaking from experience, I can tell you that not all Middle Eastern countries have, you know, they don't have a profile on every swinging individual in their country. Just like we have undocumented people in America, and we all know it. It doesn't matter whether they cross the border from Canada to the United States, Mexico to the United States. It doesn't matter if they came over here swam here from Cuba or Haiti or any other country. But they're here. We know they're here. To allow Syrian refugees to come into the country in ridiculous numbers without really knowing what's their history, what are their intentions. Are they coming here to play nice for a while, and then once they get established and all eyes aren't on them anymore, all of a sudden we're going to have all right, guys, guys and women, we're going to come together, we're going to have an uprising, we're going to take over this country, and we're going to make it, we're going to take control. We don't know that. We don't know that from any country. Hell, the Germans could fucking send people over here for all we know and do the same goddamn thing. The British. And just because a country says they're our ally, that don't mean crap. You piss them off enough, point fingers, whatever the case may be, to piss somebody off, sooner or later they're going to be like, you know what, enough's enough. We're fucking out of here. Fuck you, you do it on your own. We're not helping you. We're not doing anything. We're not having any involvement in any of your shenanigans. Iraq. We didn't need to go to Iraq, really. I mean, Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, they were based out of Afghanistan. We didn't really need to go to Iraq and do anything. As far as I'm concerned, and this is coming from an Army vet that went to Iraq on a bullshit mission, looking for shit that was never found, was never proven was there. And for what? Because Little George wanted to make up for Big George's shortcomings in taking Saddam out the first time during the Persian Gulf War when Saddam was fucking with Kuwait. My honest opinion, unless we're provoked, we don't need to go to war with anybody. 9/11, we were provoked, so we went to war. Problem was, we went to war with Afghanistan, but at the same time, used that also as an excuse to go to Iraq. Why? Like I said, it was all about Little George's ego. Little George wanted to have an ego the size of Big George, and it didn't happen. Well, I mean, it happened, but it was unnecessary. But then we wonder why so many Muslim countries, so many Middle Eastern countries, and so many foreign governments aren't on their favorite fucking ally list. Why? Because we stick our nose where it don't fucking belong. Conflict after conflict that comes around. We're not the goddamn world police. All right? Yes, we're America. We at one point, until Obama fucking downsized everything, we had the strongest military in the world. We were a superpower. Yeah, are we still a superpower today? Yes, but not as superpower as we once were. So, like I said, you guys can use your own judgment, but this guy's voting for Donald Trump. And ladies, listen, we all know how you drool over Chippendales. Magic Mike. So, really, I mean, a tape from 10 years ago of Donald Trump saying I grabbed her right by the pussy shouldn't be offensive, because ladies, you can play it off and be like, well, that's just wrong. That's just wrong to talk about a woman like that. Well, we know you got, we know how women talk. They talk about penis sizes. They talk about how ripped a guy's abs are, or how big his muscles are, things like that. Call me deplorable, but I'm sorry, but I don't see anything wrong with anything that Donald Trump said. And quite honestly, whether he was on his way to a TV show taping, whatever, there shouldn't have been a microphone there. Especially if he didn't know. Why is there a microphone on a goddamn bus? On that, I'm out of here. Fuck you, Hillary Clinton. I hope you rot in prison. And the day that you get sent to prison, I'll be right there to welcome you to the party.